What's going on, everyone? So, Luka Doncic, right? He is expected to sign an extension next month, right? A lot of questions about, is he going to actually do that? Most of the reports are that he will and that he'll sign a 3-year deal. The reason he would sign a 3-year deal is because then that would hit the 10 years of NBA service in which he can get a higher percentage of the cap. So the idea would be he would sign a new extension for 3 years with the Lakers, and then he'd probably have a player option that final season, which he could opt out, and then now get a new contract where he gets a higher percentage and kind of make up for the money that was lost when he was at Dallas and ended up getting traded. Right? That's the idea. That's the intention. Well, there was a report that came out that the Lakers are stressed over Luka Doncic signing that extension. And I want to read it to you, and then I want to talk about how ridiculous this is. But it was reported, Brian Windhorst has not been batting 1,000 recently, but nonetheless, Brian Windhorst said the Lakers and Rob Pelinka are stressed out over signing Luka Doncic to an extension as he continues to hold out. I'll tell you why this is silly in a moment. If he does not sign it, you will see teams begin to open up and maneuver to try to chase Luka. So the reason this is silly is that it says that Luka's holding out. He's not holding out on anything. He can't even. The Lakers could have the extension ready to go, max everything, and Luka could want to sign it right this second, and he can't. Can't sign it till next month. So the fact that Luka's holding out, he's not holding out anything, right? Because he can't sign it. Now, if we get to the middle or end of August and he hasn't signed it, then yes, that could be something. There was also reports again earlier from other sources that said hey, don't overreact to Luka's extension, right? And Brian Windhorst has even talked about hey, don't overreact to Luka's extension. Hey, everything's going to kind of, everything will work itself out, so to speak, right? Because again, obviously Luka is going to want to see the Lakers make moves and strides if he's not happy enough as is. He might be looking at it dude, they just got me DeAndre Aton. He has a great relationship with Aton. Aton is the ideal kind of center for Luka Doncic. He's also a guy that if it works out, Luka Doncic might have his co-runner, potential co-star if, Aton can kind of have that, resurgence in his career. I mean, we're not that far removed from when he was looking like he was going to be one of the 3 to 5 best centers in all of basketball. I mean, he's still top, 10? Are there really 10 centers better than DeAndre Aton in this league? Probably not. I mean, we're all the talk of him being lazy and unmotivated and this, that, and the other. The guy's still a career 17-10 guy. His best seasons were with Chris Paul and when he was on a contending team. So, again, I'm not worried about DeAndre Aton. I think he's going to be fantastic for the Lakers because I think he's going to have a lot to prove. I'm more worried about Aton long-term, right? This season, I think Aton's going to ball out, and I think you might potentially see the best version of Aton we have ever seen on both sides of the basketball. Even he has talked about how he wants to be more of a defensive anchor and wants to be a better rim protector and shot blocker and all that stuff. I think he's going to play the best version of Aton basketball we have ever seen, right? I also think that there's another level to Aton that can be unlocked through Luka Doncic. I worry about after that does happen, the Lakers now give him, a 4-year, $100 million or 4-year, $120 million contract. Now he's making 25 to 30 million. And now he's let's go, type thing. And he's I got the bag. And now he kind of exhale a little bit. That's what I have my concern with. But again, we'll see what other moves the Lakers make and so on and so forth. Could Luka maybe apply a little pressure? Sure. I would be shocked. Now, shock's probably the wrong word because nothing really shocks me in the NBA, especially after Lakers trade for Luka. But I would be surprised if Luka doesn't sign that extension with the Lakers. Again, he can't sign it right now. So I don't understand why there's already commotion and, Lakers are stressed out. What does the Lakers have to be stressed out about? He can't even sign it yet. If they offer it to him in a month and he says, no, I want to wait, then yeah. Now I can see the Lakers maybe potentially being a little stressed out. But right now, when it's not even on the table because they can't put it on the table, why would the Lakers be worried about that? Right now, look, it's very possible that the Lakers are waiting to make moves to ensure that they get Luka first, right? Luka commits, and now it's like, okay, let's go and make moves. But I mean, Rob Pelinka has even said that, business is as usual. That the Lakers are planning to try to contend right now with LeBron and Luka Doncic, right? But they do want to maintain some flexibility. They don't want to lock up all their cap space for the next 3 years. And then LeBron leaves after this season, and now it's Luka Doncic and a bunch of guys. Now, again, maybe Ayton becomes that other guy, and in hindsight, we look back and go, man, the Lakers should have, it didn't matter what the Lakers did. The Lakers could have locked it because DeAndre Ayton now is going to be the second guy for the Lakers, and Luka and Ayton are the best duo in all of basketball. That could be a thing. That very well could happen. But it's also just as much likely, based on Ayton's history, that doesn't happen. Right? And that he is kind of lackadaisical, and he is kind of, lazy again, and he doesn't put in the effort and energy that we need him to on a regular basis. Right? Myself and many others believe that that's going to be an incredible duo. I think that that's going to be the best play in all of basketball is going to be the Luka Ayton pick and roll. Right? Ayton was 4th in efficiency last year, and that was without a Luka Doncic on the Portland Trailblazers. Right? Imagine what Ayton will look like in this year with Luka. You're telling me that Luka, the number one option in that regard was Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren. Luka is better than Cade Cunningham, and DeAndre Ayton is better than Jalen Duren. So to think that won't be, an elite pairing, I think is silly. Of course it will be. And DeAndre Ayton isn't just limited to being a lob threat, right? He can stretch the floor, knock down the 50-foot. Right? There is a version of this where those two are just magnificent, and we have our two guys going forward, right? But again, it is a bit of a risk, right? And the Lakers also need to make sure that Luka locks in and does all that stuff. And if that does happen, then now you can make those moves, right? So again, I'm not saying that they are necessarily waiting around for that, but I don't think Luka came to the Lakers. He has already said himself on several occasions that he is excited to be a Laker, right? That he, that he wants to stick around and win multiple championships with the Lakers, right? Yes, he very well could have just said that because that's the PC answer to say, right? That's the, hey, I'm riding with my team type thing, and it's all just, a bluff, and then he might leave. Sure. Is that an option? Yes. Because it's an option until he actually signs it. But why? There's other ways to kind of go around that and talk about things, hey, yeah, I'm excited to be a Laker, let's see how things go. There's ways to go about it without being yes, my plan is to essentially win multiple championships and be a Laker legend, right? Like he said, my plan was to do that in Dallas. Now I'm here, let's do it. I believe Luka will at least give the Lakers a chance. Right? He'll at least, bare minimum, go and do it. And Luka's best option might be the Lakers, right? This year with LeBron James, if LeBron James, assuming he stays too, which I think he is, I really do, right? LeBron James is the best player Luka ever has and likely ever will play with, even at age 41, even in year 22. The guy still was 6th in MVP voting and was a top 10 player on all NBA team, right? The guy is still an incredible talent, top 10 player in basketball, right? Luka's never played with a guy as good as LeBron James. Now, could there be still a little bit of a learning curve? Sure. But again, that pairing could be fantastic. We'll see what Austin Reeves and how he plugs in DeAndre. There are a lot of questions about this team and this roster, but there's also the potential that this roster is just that good. Right? Lakers are probably going to be the best offense in all of basketball. They're probably going to win 55 games, and they're probably going to be a top, 2 to 5 seed at worst. They're going to be good. They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to be a team that once you get in the playoffs, if Luka and LeBron are healthy, again, good luck, right? Especially when you have a motivated, hungry, ready to go Luka, and if LeBron James is healthy, and because of Luka actually being the number one, this will be the first time LeBron's ever played with a real number one guy. Right? It's your team, you're the guy, right? He wanted Anthony Davis to be that, right? So again, maybe Luka doesn't sign it. Maybe he applies pressure. It's something that you worry about a month from now or more than a month and a half from now if he hasn't signed it. To get worked up over something. The Lakers are stressed out over what? Lakers are stressed out over something that they can't even do? Make that make sense. If we get to, I think it's August 6th or something like that. If we get to August 6th and he's not signing and he wants to wait, then yeah, I can see the Lakers maybe being a little stressed because it's like, okay, like let's see how this plays out, right? Like, we can end up losing him. And even then, I don't think that they trade him in the offseason. Like if they feel like, hey, they're going to lose him, then they're not going to trade him in the offseason. They're going to end up trading him at the trade deadline, right? Because they're going to try to spend that time to make him work. So and then if Luka, let's say Lakers do win a championship, or DeAndre Aton is fantastic with Luka and everything's clicking, it's like, okay, I have something here. Why would he leave that, right? Like to now go somewhere else. Like any team that is going to go and sign Luka, he's not going to go to one of these bad teams that have the cap. He's not going to go to like Washington, so like, teams like the Clippers are trying to gear up, and Miami might try to gear up, and some of these teams might try to gear up for Luka. But again, he's not going to want to go to a team that gives him a worse chance at winning. And now you have all your cap space and everything like that freed up because you just signed him, and now you can't do anything else. Right? Like again, there's levels to this. Okay, something that we'll worry about later on down the road. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.